Hey, how's it going? And today it has to do with clip art in particularly. Now, unfortunately, a lot of things that Vegas Pro comes with, a lot of effects and transitions and all this other stuff, but it doesn't seem to come with any built-in clip art. And of course, it's easy enough to go buy or find clip art. But if you're looking to create just some really basic clip art, one tip I have is to go into Legacy Text here, and you can come up here, you go to the media generator, legacy text, and you just drag this down to the timeline. I got this map here, let me get that out of the way. Okay, and I have my, let me put this on best so you can really see this nice a little bit better. Okay, so the one thing you can do for if you're just trying to find some quick and dirty clip art is if you go onto the internet, you can find this table, and you can search under what they call, I don't know who comes up with these names, but webdings or wingdings and or symbol fonts, create your own. And this is at a website called speakingppt.com. And these are all of the wingdings and webdings that are available for you. So if you type in like the small lowercase letters, you have all these available. And then if you do uppercase, you have all those letters available. And if you do the numbers and all the symbols, you've got all these. I haven't counted them, but there's quite a few. And actually what started this was I was actually looking for an airplane, and here is one. I'll show you what you can do now. So, but if you keep this chart as a reference, and you can use these, there's no copyright on these. You can use these as much as you want. There's a phone, there's a mailbox, there's a timer, there's hand signals, there's faces, there's skull and crossbones, there's a bus, there's spider web, yin and yang, kind of bicycle, it just goes on and on. You might be able to find what you're looking for pretty quick. It looks like there's a person there and an ambulance. Just kind of goes on and on and on. No smoking. Who is smoking in 2019? That's what I want to know. Okay, so if I go into Vegas, if I come over here to my fonts, these fonts should be loaded on your computer, and then you can bring them into. So here we got the webdings. And when I type it in, of course, all these symbols come up right away. And I don't need all those, so I can just hit Control, clicking inside this box, hit Control A and delete. Now, I believe it was a J, right? A lowercase j. If I look at my symbol chart here, lowercase j. Now, the one cool thing about this, now what's confusing maybe to some people is that this black background is actually transparent. So if you were to bring in, let's say, I come in here to a solid color and I bring a blue back here, see how it shows through? So when you see black, when you see this checkerboard, you're seeing transparency, but it appears on here as black. So sometimes that might be not the right color. So you can just drag that in there if you want a blue. Oh, what happened to it? Let's see, I'll just drag another one down. You can make it blue. Now, once it's legacy text, what's cool about that, this is, let me show you a couple things. If you click on the generated media tab, all the same effects that you can apply to lettering and fonts, you can apply to your webding. So let's say I want to, I don't know, let's just go through some here. Okay, let's say I want to move the placement. I click on the placement tab. I can move this anywhere I want it on the screen. If I want to, let's say I'll move it back to the center here. You can also use this here, click here and center it and all that. But if I go into properties, this is where it starts getting cool. I can actually scale this up quite a bit bigger, like that big. I think I can just type in numbers too if I want, like a 5. Can I go higher? Does it let me go higher? No, it looks like that 4 is the max on scaling, but that's quite a bit bigger. If I wanted to scale in, I guess, more than a 4, I could come in here and just crop in a little bit more. You might start losing some resolution though, so you might not want to go in too far. So, but that would be another way to kind of punch in a little bit more if you wanted it. But you can scale it there. And then what's really super cool is that if you go to, let's say you don't like the direction that the plane is going, if you just come over here and you click on pan crop, you right click, you can flip the horizontal and turn it the other way. Okay, so there's that functionality. But I think what's even better than that is you can draw, like that looks pretty bland right now. If you came here and you put draw outline, you can actually draw, maybe change this font color here to black. You can actually draw an outline around and give it a little bit more definition, whatever your thing is. And then you can also do a shadow. You can add a drop shadow if you wanted to add a drop shadow on here, however you would want to do it. I mean, you probably don't want to overdo the drop shadow, but the feathering, if you back off, it makes it a little bit more. Here, if you want to click here, there's this little control, probably goes unnoticed, but this allows you to control the opacity of that shadow. So you can back that off if you want, the At least you should be able to. And then maybe drop the feathering a little bit there. The good thing about this text is that you can manipulate it even further. If you want to change the color of the clip art, you can change it over here under text color. So if you wanted it to be, let's say, I don't know, yellow for some reason, you can change the color. And that applies to any of the wingdings here. So if you're looking for a clip art, something quick and dirty and easy, just take advantage of your legacy text function. I mean, it looks like, I didn't count them all, but it looks like over 100 different symbols, if not more than that. In another video, I can show you how you could animate something like this on a graphic as well. So it's animatable as well as customizable in terms of color, outline, shadows, and all this other stuff. So that's my quick tip for the day if you're looking for clip art, quick and dirty clip art in Vegas Pro. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate you watching these videos, and I will talk to you later. Take care and have a great day.